Vedic wisdom. And what we're going to talk about today is something very, very interesting and very fascinating. We are going to talk about an advanced Jyotish course. When all of you are studying Ayurveda and we talk about advanced Jyotish, what it technically means is the technique or tool which will enhance your ability to see something more what meets your eyes, to hear something more what meets your ears, to feel something more which is beyond just the direct perception of the senses. So the technical term Jyotish is itself, it means, Jyoti means light and Isha means divine. Okay? Technically the word Jyotish means divine light. And when we say divine light, it doesn't mean that we are trying to find out something esoteric or mythological or anything else. It is an ability which actually allows your senses to be a little bit more focused, to be more harmonized, to be more focused, to achieve something more what it can see, isn't it? That's the biggest problem what we have in our learning ability, because our ability to learn things in a scattered manner is because our senses cannot be at one time focused with a lot of clarity. There's a term what we commonly use called as intuition. What does intuition actually means? Intuition means nothing but heightened awareness. It's nothing but heightened awareness. You are able to feel and see and hear something what others cannot feel and hear. Okay? And when you feel that sense of heightened awareness, that heightened awareness doesn't come out by going farther away with your senses, but withdrawing them and putting them backward inside, which actually allows you to feel, perceive, understand, know something bigger and better. And one of the simplest way what the Vedic tradition talks about is connecting yourself with the unified self. When you close your eyes, when you pray for the divine, when you connect your individual self with that cosmic self, okay, when you connect your individual fragmented pinda with that huge Brahmanda, that disconnection which is created by the veil of Maya starts dissipating. And when we talk about astrology, it is a science actually which actually tells us about who we are, what are our strengths, what are our weaknesses, what are our limitations, what are the good times, what are the bad times in our life. And it's a very, very debatable discussion whether this is something that is a fortune-telling art or anything like that. But the way Vedic sciences, and I'm extremely fascinated with the way these sciences have evolved over the years in a way where it actually allows you to understand a very simple way. Forget about even understanding these heavenly bodies everywhere else. We all understand, studying Ayurveda so far, that we are constantly being affected by everything else what is going around us. Okay? Whether it is day or night, whether it is high tide or low tide, whether it is change of the seasons, whatever is going on around us in the nature, in the universe, is constantly affecting us in a good or bad way. And when we say it is constantly affecting us, it is bringing changes in us also. So astrology is actually a science which takes that interaction a little bit further and then looks at the planets which are up in the sky. And we think that they have nothing to do with our personal lives. But we, painfully enough, have understood the importance of sun and its presence on our physiology. We have understood the impact of moon on our physiology. We have understood the impact of variety of different heavenly bodies which are close enough which can affect us in a good or bad way. So the issue lies here in understanding astrology, where common people struggle with that why do these planets will do something good or bad to me? That's a common question, and it's a very genuine question. Okay, what have I done something bad for this planet up there to do something good or bad to me, even bless me or even curse me in a good or bad way? Okay, if you forget about that whole thing and look at these planets as 7 different energetics around you, Okay, when you look at sun, which gives light, which is radiance, strength, life, when you look at moon, which creates a sense of coolness, relaxation, calmness, when you look at Mars, which gives you dynamism, energy, courage, strength, you look at Venus, which gives you artistic sense, creativity, beauty, when you look at Jupiter, which gives you an innate spiritualness to do the right thing in the right manner, to make your decisions correct, when you look at Saturn, which creates some issues of your own self-destructive ability and dullness and depression. When you look at Rahu and Ketu are perceived obstacles and blockages, what can happen in our lives. So if you imagine these 9 planets as different things, which are bioenergies, which are going to affect different areas of your life, then you will actually understand and reciprocate Vedic astrology or even Western astrology, where you are a person here and all these 7 or 9 energetics which are around you, they are affecting different areas of your life as you're growing up. Because when we look at astrology, it is boiled down to only 3 major areas, isn't it? Number 1 is what those planets are. In Vedic astrology, we have 9 planets, and we will talk more about those 9 planets. Then there are 12 areas of our life, which we call it as bhavas, isn't it? There are 12 specific areas of our body which are divided into 12 segments, and there are 12 zodiac signs which also have a specific correlation with the bioenergies which are governed by those planets. So we have planets, we have the stars, which we call it as nakshatras or constellations. Then we have these 12 zodiac signs, which we call it as rashis, and they affect the corresponding 12 areas in our life. It is something where the areas in our life is a fixed backdrop, and these planets move against those fixed backdrop, and as they are moving through the fixed backdrops, they are bringing good and bad and positive and negative changes in our lives. Because when one of the basic requisites what we do when in Vedic astrology is we need your date, place and time of birth at the time when you were born. So if you select that I was born in San Francisco at 3:45 in the afternoon on, say, 10th of July 2009. So 10th of July 2009, 3:45 p.m. in San Francisco, what you are looking at is you are looking at the sign which was rising on the eastern horizon at that time, from this specific location which has a specific longitude and latitude on Earth itself, and then you are trying to look at the rising sign, what you call it, and then you look at the band of heavens where the planets were situated in which zodiac signs. And as you look above and find out where those planets are, you just put them into those 12 areas of your life, what we call it as bhavas. So what you have is a kind of a horoscope or a kundali or a chart where at specifically precisely at the time you were born, this was the snapshot of the sky which it looked like. And that snapshot remains fixed, because thereafter, as you start leading your life against that fixed backdrop, those planets are also moving into different zodiac signs, because as the Earth moves and the planets which are moving through different zodiac signs, they are exerting positive, negative, good or bad pull into different areas of your life. So first you understand what those planets were, what their energies were affecting you, then you try to analyze how your chart was at the time when you were born, and what are the good and bad things what are affecting. The